So hello dear students. So today I am going to take numericals on ray optics. So last class I have already completed compound microscope, telescope, that means optical instruments. So in case of a telescope, instead of refracting type of telescope, we are going to prefer a reflecting type of telescope in most of the situation. The reason behind this is, in case of reflection type of telescope, there is no spherical and chromatic aberration. So there is no spherical and chromatic aberration, and we will get image with high resolution. So as compared with image in case of a refracting type of telescope. For that reason, we are going to prefer a reflecting type of telescope instead of refracting type of telescope. So let us view these numericals. See here. So before going to solve any numerical, first highlights or you first separate the formulae in that chapter, then we will get a brief idea about that chapter and its contents in the form of mathematical equations. Then it is easy to solve the numericals. So before going to solve any numerical, at first read the numerical properly and think the numerical in your own way, and separate the given data. You just separate the given data and think about the relevant formulae. Then you go for substitution, calculation, and finally you will get a result. Let us see one by one. First one, when an object is placed at a 10 centimeter, 5 centimeter in front of a concave mirror of radius of curvature 15 centimeter, find the position, nature and magnification of the image in each case. So this numerical is formed in case of concave mirror, so whose radius of curvature is 15 centimeter. So let us consider object be at 10 centimeter from the pole of the concave mirror, because in case of mirror all distances are measured from the pole along the principal axis. The first one, given data, object distance. Object distance u is equal to 10 centimeter. In front of a concave mirror of radius of curvature 15 centimeter, that is capital R, radius of curvature 15 centimeter. Find the position, that means image distance. Magnification, position, nature. Nature means here virtual or real. Magnification, it is represented by small m. So in case of mirror, we know that a relation between a radius of curvature and focal length. So let us consider this concave mirror. Outer surface is opaque, inner surface is reflecting. Now object is placed at 10 centimeter. So this is our object placed at 10 centimeter. This distance is equal to 10 centimeter. Calculate the position and nature of the image. An object lies at 10 centimeter. Then what is the focal length of this concave mirror? So given data is in terms of radius, then we can calculate focal length of this concave mirror. So focal length is equal to r by 2. We know that focal length is equal to r by 2. This is equal to r 15 centimeter divided by 2. See here, according to Cartesian sign convention, all distances measured from the pole along the principal axis, if the distances measured in the direction of incident light are taken as positive, if the distances measured in the direction opposite to incident light are taken as negative, distances measured, upward distances measured perpendicular to the principal axis are taken as positive, downward distances measured perpendicular to the principal axis are taken as negative. So we know that these are Cartesian sign conventions. So basically, as there is a need of at least 2 light rays in order to plot position of the image. So let us consider a light ray parallel to the principal axis, direction of incident light ray, another incident light ray obliquely to the principal axis, direction of incident light ray. So here, let this point be the center of curvature. This point be the center of curvature of this spherical mirror. Pole. The distance between pole and center of curvature. So this distance is known as radius of curvature. So this radius of curvature, R, capital R is equal to 15 centimeter. So here all distances measured from the pole means this measurement, direction of this measurement right to left, but direction of light beam left to right. Therefore, this measurement is opposite to the direction of incident light, and hence this radius of curvature is in terms of negative sign. Therefore, we should consider this radius of curvature in terms of negative sign. F is equal to minus r by 2 minus 15 divided by 2, then this is equal to 15 divided by 2 minus 7.5 centimeter. So minus 7.5. So actually focal length is 7.5 centimeter. That negative sign according to Cartesian sign convention. So here focal length 7.5 centimeter means it is less than 10 centimeter. So let us say this point be the principal focus. So that principal focus lies somewhere between position of the object and pole. Then this light ray is parallel to the principal axis, and hence after reflection, the corresponding reflected light ray passes through a point. That point is known as principal focus. Direction of reflected light ray. The distance between principal focus and pole, this distance is known as focal length, that is represented by small f, that is equal to 7.5 centimeter. So that is equal to 7.5. Clearly, from given data, object lies in between center of curvature and principal focus. So we know that when object lies between center of curvature and principal focus, then its image lies beyond center of curvature. So beyond center of curvature means somewhere here, and the nature of that image is real inverted. So let us consider the position of the image. So this pointer represents position of the image. So image lies beyond center of curvature, direction of a refracted light ray. So this is our image distance, that is V. We have to find out this image distance. So this is the bird view of the numerical. Simply by observing that ray diagram, we can analyze that numerical. So what are the given data, what we have to calculate in that numerical. Now to calculate image distance, in case of spherical mirrors, we have a relation between focal length, radius of curvature, and a relation between focal length, object distance and image distance. So here given data is in terms of object distance and focal length. Then easily we can calculate image distance by using mirror equation. So we know that mirror equation from that is 1 by f is equal to 1 by v plus 1 by u. So this is the mirror equation. Now we know that focal length and object distance. Therefore I am going to separate this term. 1 by v is equal to 1 by f minus 1 divided by u. Then 1 by v is equal to, or this is equal to 1 by f. F is equal to minus 7.5. F is equal to minus 7.5 minus object distance. According to Cartesian sign convention, the direction of measurement of object distance, this direction, right to left, but direction of incidental light, left to right, both are in opposite direction, and hence this object distance is also in terms of negative sign. Therefore we should take object distance in terms of negative sign. Therefore u minus 10 centimeter, minus into minus plus, or if you want you can write one more step, divided by 1 divided by minus 10 centimeter. Now this is equal to 1 divided by 7.5, or we can write this one 10 divided by minus 10 divided by 75, minus into minus plus 1 divided by 10. Then this is equal to LCM 750 into 10 into 75. This is equal to minus 100 plus 75. Therefore this is equal to 100 minus 75. So this is equal to minus 25 divided by 750. 25 ones are 25 threes are into 10. Therefore V is equal to, 1 by V is equal to minus 1 divided by 30, or V is equal to minus 30. Object distance in terms of centimeter, radius of curvature in terms of centimeter, focal length in terms of centimeter. Therefore, image distance is also in terms of centimeter. So, image distance is equal to minus 30 centimeter. Minus 30 centimeter means again that measurement is opposite to the direction of incident light. Now, see distance between pole and position of the image. This measurement is opposite to the direction of incident light beam, and hence we should get image distance in terms of negation, and hence in case of result directly we will get that value with sign convention. So, here this negative sign represents measurement, direction of measurement is opposite to the direction of incident light beam. That means image lies at 30 centimeter from the pole. Now, what is the nature and magnification? Nature and magnification. So, we know that linear magnification, because here we know object distance and image distance. Linear magnification, so that is m is equal to minus v divided by u. We know that this relation in case of spherical mirrors, and this is equal to minus v is equal to minus 30, u is equal to minus 10, minus minus get cancelled, this is equal to minus 3. So, here this negative sign represents image is real and inverted. That negative sign represents image is real and inverted. If we are going to consider the magnitude value of linear magnification, magnitude value, so that is equal to 3. Therefore, here magnification is greater than 1. Magnification is greater than 1. That means we will get real, inverted and magnified image. Real, inverted, magnified image lies at 30 centimeter from the pole. So, this is our conclusion. Real, inverted and magnified image lies at 30 centimeter from the pole of the pole of the concave mirror. So, this is our conclusion. So, we just follow these steps while solving the numericals. So, then clearly you will get the result without any confusion. Okay. Similarly, just try this one, 5 centimeter. Same mathematical steps. Instead of 10 centimeter, you take u is equal to 5 centimeter. But this 5 centimeter is less than 7.5 centimeter. Focal length is 7.5 centimeter. That means here object lies between principal focus and pole. Here object lies between principal focus and pole. The nature of the image: virtual, erect and magnified. So we will get virtual, erect, magnified image, and that image lies behind the mirror when object distance is equal to 5 centimeter. You just try this one. Next one. Light from a point source in air falls on a spherical glass surface whose refractive index is 1.5, radius of curvature is 20 centimeter. The distance of a light source from the glass surface is 100 centimeter. At what position is the image formed? So this numerical based on refraction through spherical surfaces. The first note on the given data: refractive index is equal to n is equal to 1.5. Radius of curvature capital R is equal to 20 centimeter. The distance of a light source from the glass surface is 10 centimeter. Distance, that is object distance, is equal to 100 centimeter. At what position is the image formed? That is image distance. So here given data is in terms of object distance, radius of curvature and refractive index. Light from a point source in air, that means that point source is in air medium. So here first medium is air medium, second medium is the medium with a refractive index 1.5. Therefore this n is equal to 1.5 is refractive index of second medium. Then refractive index of first medium n1 is equal to 1. Refractive index of air or vacuum is equal to 1. Then in case of spherical surface, so this is our point source. So there is a need of two incident light rays. One incident light ray undergoes normal incidence, another light ray undergoes oblique incidence, and finally they are going to meet at some point, and that point gives position of the image. Object distance u, image distance v, and somewhere we will get a center of curvature here, and from that center of curvature, by proceeding this one, we will get an imaginary sphere with a radius of curvature 20 centimeter. So in case of spherical surface, we know that refraction through spherical surfaces, that is n2 divided by v minus n1 divided by u, this is equal to n2 minus n1 divided by r. So this is our second medium. refractive index is n2. So this is our first medium n1, because point source in air, this is air medium. So n1 is equal to 1, n2 is equal to 1.5. and u is equal to 100 centimeter. So according to Cartesian sign convention, all distances measured from the pole, but this measurement is opposite to the direction of incident light. Therefore, this object distance should be in terms of negative sign. Therefore, u is equal to minus 100 centimeter. Now, you just observe this ray diagram. If u is in terms of negative sign, the direction of measurement, that is image distance, it is in the direction of incident light. Therefore, we should get this v value in terms of positive sign. Like this, without calculation we can guess the sign convention of the result. Now substitute the values. n2 is equal to 1.5, v is equal to, so we don't know image distance, n1 is equal to 1, u is equal to minus, u is equal to minus 100 centimeter, n2 1.5 minus 1 divided by r is equal to, here. So let us say this point to be the center of curvature. The distance between pole and center of curvature, this distance is radius of curvature. So direction of this measurement is in the direction of incident light. Therefore, this r should be in terms of positive sign. R is equal to 20 centimeter. Solve this. 1.5, or we can write 15 divided by 10 into v plus 1 by 100. This is equal to 1.5 minus 1, 0.5 divided by 20, or we can write 5 divided by 200. So this is equal to 5 divided by 200. Then 15 divided by 10v is equal to 5 divided by 200 minus 1 by 100. 15 divided by 10v, this is equal to LCM 200 into 1, 5 into 2, 100 into 2, 200 minus 1 into 2, 2. Then v is equal to 200 divided by 3, v is equal to 200 divided by 3 into 15 divided by 10. 3 ones are 3 5s. Then 5 into 2, 10, v is equal to 20 into 5 and v is equal to 100. See here, this v value is also in terms of positive sign. So in this case, image is also lies at 100 centimeter, but that measurement is the direction of incident light. So here, by using this formula, we can calculate n2 when given data is in terms of v, n1 U, R. We can calculate N1 when given data in terms of N2, V, U and R. Totally this equation contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quantities. Among 5 quantities, 4 quantities are known quantities. Then easily we can calculate fifth one. So like this we can solve different types of numericals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types of numericals we can solve by using this formula. So image is formed at 100 centimeter. So if you want, you can write image is formed at 100 centimeter. Image is formed at 100 centimeter. Okay. Next, third one. The radii of curvature of the faces of a double convex lens are 10 centimeter and 15 centimeter. Its focal length is 12 centimeter. What is the Ri of glass? Ri means refractive index. So we know that lens is bounded by two surfaces, of which at least one is spherical. So here they have given a radii of curvature of two spherical surfaces. So clearly it is a double convex lens. So let us solve refractive index of glass. Third one, radii of curvature of faces of a double convex lens. Let us take R1 is equal to 10 centimeter. R1 is equal to 10 centimeter. R2 is equal to 15 centimeter. Its focal length is 12 centimeter. F is equal to 12 centimeter. What is the Ri of glass? Ri of glass into. See here, in this case we can consider the surrounding medium is air or vacuum. So clearly they have not mentioned the refractive index of surrounding medium. So in such case we can consider the surrounding medium is air or vacuum. The radii of curvature of the faces of double convex lens are 10 centimeter, 15 centimeter. Its focal length is 12 centimeter. What is the Ri of glass? Convex lens. So this is our convex lens bounded by two spherical surfaces. Principal axis. So focal length of this convex lens is in terms of positive sign. If you are going to consider a beam of light left to right, direction of incident light, direction of incident light. After a refraction, they are going to meet, the refracted light rays are going to meet at some point, and that point is known as principal focus. So here all distances are measured from the optical center. The distance between optical center and principal focus, So this measurement is in the direction of incident light. Therefore, this focal length is in terms of positive sign because it is in the direction of incident light. So, and also we know that there are two principal foci in case of convex lens. If the direction of light beam is right to left, then after refraction the corresponding refracted light rays are going to meet at a point on the left side of the convex lens. Again we will get a focal length is in terms of positive sign. So here surrounding medium. So this is our surrounding medium. So N1 is equal to 1, and this is our second medium because change in path that takes place in second medium. Therefore N2 of this medium is equal to, we don't know, and R1, this light beam approaches this spherical surface at first. Therefore let us consider this spherical surface is our first spherical surface. So by considering center of curvature of this first spherical surface, so we can say somewhere on the right side of this optical medium, that point lies somewhere on the right side of this optical medium. By proceeding that, we will get an imaginary sphere like this. All distances measured from the pole to center of curvature, the distance is radius of curvature. Here this direction of measurement is in the direction of incident light. Therefore this R1 is in terms of positive sign. But for second spherical surface, its center of curvature lies on left side of the optical medium. Direction of measurement is right to left. Direction of light beam left to right. Therefore R2 is in terms of negative sign. By proceeding this one, we will get an imaginary sphere. So this is a center of curvature. This distance R1. So this distance. So by proceeding this one, we will get an imaginary sphere. Center of second center of curvature, and this distance R2. So clearly R1 is in the direction of incident light, from pole. R2 opposite to the direction of incident light beam. So in case of thin lens, if light ray passes through optical center, then that light ray proceeds without any deviation. Therefore here N1 is equal to 1 and N2 is equal to question mark. So in case of lens, we know that lens maker's formula. We know that lens maker's formula, that is 1 by f is equal to N21 minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 divided by R2. If surrounding medium is air or vacuum, directly we can consider n minus 1, or like this only we can solve the numericals. Focal length is equal to, we can write a relative refractive index in terms of absolute refractive index, n2 divided by n1 minus 1, 1 divided by r1 minus 1 divided by r2. Substitute the values. 1 by f, 1 by 12 centimeter, this is equal to n2 is equal to, So we don't know n2. Let us say n2 is equal to n. So here we don't know refractive index of second medium. n2 is equal to n, n1 is equal to 1. Let n2 is equal to n minus 1 divided by R1. R1 is equal to 10 centimeter minus R2 is equal to, so that should be in terms of negative sign, R2, because opposite to the direction of incident light. Minus into minus plus 1 divided by 15, or directly in case of air or vacuum you can write n minus 1 into 1 divided by R1 minus R2. Then 1 by 12 is equal to n minus 1 into LCM 150 into 15 into 10. 15 plus 10, 25. So this is equal to 1 by 6. n minus 1 is equal to 6 divided by 12. This is equal to 1 by 2. So this is equal to 0.5. Therefore n is equal to 0.5 plus 1. Therefore n is equal to 1.5. So 1.5 means that medium is made up of glass. So we know that absolute refractive index of glass, that is equal to 1.5. Okay. Next one, a convex lens has 20 centimeter focal length in air. What is the focal length in water? If that lens is placed in water, they are asking to calculate focal length. Ri of air glass is 1.5 and Ri of air water is 1.33. Again, by using this same formula, lens maker's formula, we can solve this numerical. First one is over, second one is over, third one is also completed. Fourth one. A convex lens has 20 centimeter focal length in air. Let us take f subscript a, focal length in air is equal to 20 centimeter. What is the focal length in water? Let us say f subscript w, focal length in water, is equal to question mark. We don't know that focal length. Ri of air glass is, Ri of air glass is equal to 1.5, and Ri of air water is equal to 1.33, that is Ng, or we can write Ng. So this is nothing but absolute refractive index, both are same. At first, that lens is in air medium. So in case of air, now let us consider a convex lens. Now this convex lens is in air medium. So here N1 is equal to 1, air. So Ng is equal to 1.5. In this case, in air medium, we know that lens maker's formula. So according to this formula, we can write in air 1 by F is equal to N21 minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 divided by R2. So in air means this focal length in air, refractive index of glass with respect to air, R1 minus R2. Here we don't know R1 and R2. Let us consider this equation as equation number 1. Similarly, in water, so when that lens is immersed in water, refractive index of first medium, here first medium is air, second medium is glass, and the lens is immersed in water, convex lens. N1, that is refractive index of water, is equal to 1.33. Refractive index of glass, Ng, is equal to 1.5. So here first medium is 1.33, second medium is 1.5. When lens is in air medium, first medium is air, second medium is glass. Here first medium is water, second medium is glass. Again I am going to apply this lens maker's formula when that lens is immersed in water. Then 1 by focal length of lens in water is equal to refractive index of glass with respect to water, not with respect to air. So here refractive index of glass with respect to air, because that lens is in air medium. Here refractive index of glass with respect to water, because that lens is immersed in water, minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 divided by R2, equation number 2. So in case of air or in case of water, there is no change in size of the lens. So the size of the lens remains same. That means there is no change in R1 and R2. In both the cases, R1 and R2 of the given convex lens is same. And also we don't know R1 and R2 according to this numerical. Therefore we can neglect this R1 and R2 in our calculation. And hence we can follow the next mathematical step is 1 divided by 2. 1 by 2 1 by focal length whole divided by 1 divided by focal length of the lens in water. This is equal to NG A minus 1 into 1 divided by R1 minus 1 divided by R2 divided by a refractive index of glass with respect to water minus 1 into 1 divided by R1 minus 1 divided by R2. 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2, 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2 get cancelled. Then solve this equation. Focal length of lens in water divided by focal length of lens in air is equal to a refractive index of glass with respect to air. We know that 1.5 minus 1, a refractive index of glass with respect to water. We don't know that value. So we can write this equation as refractive index of glass divided by a refractive index of water, because we know that a relation between relative refractive index and absolute refractive index. If you want, you can write one more step. NGA or NG, both are same, absolute refractive index minus 1 divided by a refractive index of glass divided by refractive index of water minus 1. Now substitute the values. So this is equal to NG 1.5 minus 1 divided by NG 1.5 divided by NW 1.33 minus 1. So by solving this, focal length in water divided by focal length in air, this is equal to, we will get 4 or 3.99. So this is 3.99 is nearly equal to 4. Therefore, focal length of lens in water is equal to 4 into focal length of the lens in air. That means focal length is increased by 4 times when the lens is immersed in water. So in CET, directly you can use this formula if a numerical is framed like this. Then focal length of lens in water is equal to 4 into focal length in air, that is 20. Therefore, focal length of thin convex lens or convex lens is equal to 80 centimeter. So focal length is increased by 4 times. We just practice these numericals. So then you will get a perfect in these numericals. Then you can solve any type of numericals in competitive examinations. So in next class we can see few more numericals.